Good morning, listeners. I am Yusuf Salih Chikala with the continuation of the Hausa's English novel called I Found Love in His Eye. Last time we stopped where Blessing said, "Don't kill me with love this hot afternoon. Oh, I want to do my duty, JJ, before Madam comes back." We all laughed and made our way to our apartment. Listeners will continue with the chapter 18. He sat and He sat, and I sat so close to him. He stood up, and I picked a bottle of fresh juice from the fridge and came back to sit so close to me. This time around without any space. "I came back because I was already missing you, Zainab," he said. I blushed, and before I know it, he was already putting the bottle of juice in my mouth to sip. "You did not ask me how it went with Ismail earlier today," I said, waiting to hear what he would say. "I know you settled everything between you two. It is of no use keeping people in mind with grudges. It is better to let go and embrace the twists in our life." "But you have not let go of your past, Yaya Yusuf," I said. See who is talking. "Why do you think so, wifey?" "Because we have not consummated the marriage." He burst into laugh, and I felt a sting in my throat, and I regretted bringing out such topic to discuss. "Do you have idea why I exercise daily?" "It is because I do not want to force you into something you are not ready to commit emotionally. I do that to ease affairs between us. I am a healthy human who will definitely not turn down a healthy, gorgeous woman like you. I just wanted things to come on naturally between us. If you are ready, we can have a good afternoon." He cleared his throat. He said as he smiled and scratched his hair. I hit his shoulder. "Stop teasing me, Yaya Yusuf." "I am not," he said as he put his head on my laps and held my hand to his soft hair. Without saying a word, I massaged him, and he jizzed me about his love Mariam and how he lost hope in relationship completely. I thought I would never fall in love, but I ended up liking everything about you, Zainab. I love your boldness and charisma. I started loving you since when I understood the type of person you are, and I was more devastated when I found out that you love someone else." Blessing knocked, and she was with our food. She mocked us a little and left us. He fed me well until Auntie Halima sent me Tess to come and escort her to some grocery shopping. We came back late, and I went to the main house to pick our food. I went to our apartment and searched for Yaya Yusuf. I checked his room, and he was lying down so tired. I approached him, and he told me he needed paracetamol as well as possible. I went back to the main house to collect paracetamol from Auntie Halima. I gave him, and he prayed both Maghrib and Isha when he felt a little relief. He asked me to stay with him in his room. I told him to allow me go and change in my room, but he picked up a bag of lingerie and told me to change into it. I opened the bag, and I was shocked to see the type of clothes he wanted me to change into. I held the bag on my lap as he got undressed to go take his shower. "Won't you join me, wifey?" I could not catch my breath hearing him say that. I ignored him, and immediately he entered the bathroom. I found myself exiting his room. I found myself exiting from his room to mine. I took shower, and I could not snap out the thought of seeing him with only towel. I prayed my 2 rakat and said my salam. I turned, and he was standing by the door waiting for me. "I come to pick up my wife to make babies," he said, scratching the back of his head. I blushed, and I covered my face. He switched me off my feet and straight to his room without feeling my heavy weight. We prayed Nafila together, and he carried me to the bed. He went into the toilet, and I changed into the lingerie that was still sitting on the bed. I entered the blanket because I was so shy of myself. "Talk more of Yaya Yusuf." He came out and lay on the bed too. He held my head and prayed for us and kissed me. Before I could realize what just happened, he took off the blanket and I could not explain the type of overwhelming shyness I went through. I woke up the next morning with so much pain and tiredness. We prayed Subhi and he volunteered to bath and massage me. He made breakfast for us and fed me as usual. I felt so shy facing him in the morning. He made me took a day off at office. He told Auntie Halima and Uncle Sunusi that I was not feeling too well, that was why I was not going to work that day. They came in and I had already folded myself up on the couch. Uncle Sanusi hesitated and Auntie Halima said she would send blessing with herbs and I should make sure I do sit bath in hot water. I guess she know what up. Though she sent blessing with herbs and a lot of fruit. I took them and to my surprise Yusuf came back very early and we were caught up in love that evening and at night too. It has been 2 months and I have not seen my period. I got a test strip and my pregnancy was positive. I went to the hospital and I was confirmed that I was 7 weeks pregnant. And I could not wait to break the news to Yusuf. After eating dinner, I asked him to close his eye and I handed him over the paper. He opened and embraced me in a tight hug, rubbing my stomach with his palm. I want you to close your eye too. I also got a surprise. He handed me a car key and a key that I was not sure what it was for. This is our new apartment key. It is just down the street and this is your new car key for my baby. The baby deserves something new, he said, rubbing my stomach non-stop. I thanked him so well and he was very emotional while kissing me deeply. I used to babies din ba su yi kwari ba fa, a bar su su huta, I said. He laughed and romanced me till I reluctantly gave up and went with him to the lover's world. It has been 5 years and we have 3 children already. Our bond grew bigger and he fed me every day of our life when he is chance. Sometimes he will just sit up and he will feed me and the children, after which I will feed him separately. He is the best that had ever happened to me, and I cannot confidently say that all the breakup and life tests I went through were a blessing to be with the love of my life. When we trust Allah with our affairs, things fall in place in the best way that Allah planned for us because He is the best of planner and the most knowledgeable. Listener, this is the end of the story. I found love in His eye. Follow us for the new brand story in our YouTube channel. I remain Yusuf Salihuti Kalau. Goodbye. Have a lovely day.